After 4 years and a security standoff that nearly made it impossible, Archie and Lilibet just met their grandfather, King Charles, and the story of how it actually happened is more complicated than anyone's letting on. Let me set the scene. According to page 6, Meghan Markle traveled to the United Kingdom with Prince Archie, age 7, and Princess Lilibet, age 5. That's the reunion headline. But here's what makes it more than a feel-good family moment. This almost didn't happen at all. The family had already scrapped plans to make the trip after being denied taxpayer-funded security. Harry and Meghan have not brought their children to England since 2022. That's 4 years without the kids setting foot in the country their father is from, and 4 years without them seeing their grandfather, who has been battling cancer. So how did we get here? Let's walk it back. Last month, page 6 reported that the entire Sussex family had pulled their plans at the last minute after the security request was denied. A source told The Guardian, and this quote is worth sitting with, that their plans had been pulled out from under their feet at the 11th hour. That's not a polite diplomatic disappointment. That's someone describing a situation that felt deliberately obstructive. Harry had already made clear he doesn't feel safe traveling to England with his family, which is why when he did go over to support his charities, including kicking off the 1-year countdown to the 2027 Invictus Games in Birmingham, he went alone. No Meghan, no kids. Now zoom in on what changed. According to the Mirror, Harry was working frantically to arrange the reunion and was actively seeking private security for the trip. That word, frantically, tells you everything about the pressure this man was under. His father is seriously ill. His children haven't seen their grandfather in 4 years. And the mechanism that most people would consider standard protection for a senior royal and his family had been taken off the table. So Harry was left building an alternative from scratch, privately, under time pressure. And apparently it worked, because according to page 6, Meghan and the kids made it across the pond. Here's a detail that doesn't get talked about enough in this story. The family reportedly also hopes to visit Princess Diana's burial site at Althorpe Estate in Northamptonshire. Think about what that means. Archie and Lilibet visiting the place where their paternal grandmother is buried for what may be the first time they're old enough to understand who she was. That's not a press release moment. That's a private, quietly significant one. And the fact that the family reportedly has no plans for public appearances on this trip tracks. With that, this isn't a PR visit, it's a family one. Now here's my read on all of this. The security dispute is the through line of everything Harry and Meghan have dealt with in the UK since 2020, when they stepped back from royal duties and lost their publicly funded protection. That single policy decision has effectively created a physical barrier between this family and the country Harry was born into. He's not estranged from his father because of some dramatic falling out this week. He's navigating a situation where getting on a plane to London with his wife and kids requires solving a genuine logistical and safety puzzle that most families never have to think about. The fact that he managed it, this time, while his father is ill and the clock was ticking, that's the story underneath the story. So where does this leave things? Charles got to see his grandchildren. Archie and Lilibet got to see their grandfather. Whether this trip changes anything structurally, the security question, the broader family dynamics, is still an open question. Page 6's sources aren't claiming a grand reconciliation. They're describing a family doing the hard private work of staying connected under genuinely difficult circumstances. And honestly, that's a more human picture than most of the headlines about this family give you. Drop your thoughts below. Do you think this visit is the beginning of something shifting for Harry and the royal family? Or does the security situation stay the wall it's always been? Subscribe if you want to keep following this one.